Hi, guys. This is not an easy thing to do here today, but I want to pay tribute to a legend who's left us and passed away. Unfortunately, the godfather of heavy metal, Ozzy Osbourne, has passed away today. It's July 22nd, 2025. This is weird, man. It's just weird. This is not right. It's he was kind of like, we knew that he was unwell, and we knew, all the health problems and things that he had battled the last couple of years, but didn't expect it to be now, although you never do, and didn't expect it to be so close to the end of his final show, which was just 2 or 3 weeks ago, which was the Back to the Beginning gig that he did in Birmingham with Sabbath and all the bands coming to pay tribute. Just no one saw this coming. Not yet. Not today. I mean, yeah, okay. Some people had assumptions, but I don't know. Just an absolute legend. I mean, I wanted to pay tribute to him today because he's a man who meant a lot to me. He is one of them that helped form my musical taste and helped sort of evolve my musical taste. He's one of them that got me into heavy music. I remember being a younger teenager and getting Blizzard of Oz and Paranoid on vinyl and just playing the absolute daylights out of those records. And he's gone. I had tickets to see him a number of years ago, but that's when the health problems kind of started with him, and so he wasn't able to do the gig. And I know he felt horrible about having to cancel those dates back then, but you got to do what you got to do, man. He was chugging on right until the last show. He was an absolute legend. And so the purpose of what we're doing here today is to pay tribute to the legend Ozzy Osbourne himself. I've put a list, and this was hard to do because I love all of his albums. I have every single one of them. And it's hard to do this, but I've pulled out 10 songs that I feel are very essential to his career. Although, of course, there's a lot of deeper cuts here. In essence, these are just songs of mine that I really love, and I felt it to be my due diligence to talk about this and pay tribute to the man. So we're going to start off with one of my favorite songs from the No More Tears record. It's Mama, I'm Coming Home. It really takes on a whole different meaning now, especially the lyrics in this, just about going home. And there's some of these songs that I'm listening to now going, oh man, this hits different, and this is one of them. Absolutely. Big hit for him. Still gets a lot of radio play to this day. It's a great song. What can I say? It's an excellent tune. Mama, I'm Coming Home from the No More Tears record. That's one of my favorite Ozzy albums, and I'm so grateful that we have his legacy of music that will continue to live on and inspire people for the rest of time. He's already been 55 years since the first Black Sabbath record, and without him we wouldn't have most of my favorite music. I'm going to say like 85% of it we wouldn't have if it wasn't for Ozzy Osbourne. Next up for me is another favorite of mine. That's Perry Mason from the Osmosis record from 1995. This is a great album. Kind of gets overlooked in his catalog, but there's so many great songs on this. Perry Mason is one of my favorite songs. And there's another song on this that is an absolute tearjerker that we're going to talk about in a little bit. Next up, we're going to hear from Black Sabbath, from the Sabotage record, and this is one of the blueprint heavy metal songs for sure. Symptom of the Universe. Just absolute face-melting tune. Great riff from Tony Iommi, and just the great haunting vocal melodies from Oz in this. It's a really great song, super heavy, super awesome, really makes you feel godlike when you listen to it. And that's the whole thing, is paying tribute to the man who made you feel very empowered. He was all about peace and love, and he was always, whenever he was performing on stage, he could be singing dark songs and still holding up the peace signs, because even through the darkness he was trying to bring us all together, and that's what he did many, many times. And the music will live on in doing so. So, Symptom of the Universe. Then we're going to do another deep cut from the album that's on my shirt, the Master of Reality record. Always been one of my favorite tunes. Lord of this world. I love his harrowing vocal over top of this, and I love the way that this was written, and the composition. Obviously, the whole band really firing on all cylinders here. Very, very inspired they were at the time, and it's a great song, Lord of this world. And Ozzy certainly was the Lord of the metal world. There's no question about it. If you're a metalhead and you don't like Ozzy, I am revoking your metal card. Yeah, Lord of this world. And then we're going to go to one of the most essential Black Sabbath tunes, War Pigs. This is so fun to sing along to. I mean, I know it's a very serious subject matter that they're talking about, but it's fun to listen to. It's fun to sing along to. It's fun to drum to. I mean, obviously, me being a drummer, I love playing along to that Billboard stuff of the time. But, some of Ozzy's vocals in this is just some of his best that he's ever laid to tape. The, oh, Lord, yeah. Iconic. Absolutely iconic. War Pigs from the Paranoid album. I played this thing to death when I was younger. Amazing. Amazing album. As is this. This is, we're going to go with the title track to Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Just a great song. And, in the bridge, when the guitars drop down, but Ozzy's voice actually goes higher, it's amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. And I actually included this album in a video that's coming out on Friday in a few days. And I recorded that video the other day. And then, of course, today Ozzy Osbourne passes away. So that was, yeah. Anyway, the song that we're talking about here is Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Absolutely legendary stuff. Great stuff. I'm going to go to one of the all-time classics from the first record. Now, there's so many songs I could have picked from this, but the song that I went for is Mr. Crowley. I mean, that guitar solo from Randy Rhoads, and just the whole lyrics and everything, about Aleister Crowley and the whole story that the song tells about him, and sort of speculating about Aleister's life, mixed with the awesome keyboards from Don Airey on this track, and and Randy's amazing guitar solo. I mean, good God, Oz always had great bands of musicians playing with him. And this song really kind of showcases kind of the best of everything that was going on with his world at the time. It's just an iconic track, one of the absolute essentials, one of the upper echelon of metal songs. And one of the things it's very also emotional about thinking about this is, he can finally play with Randy Rhoads again. Yeah. Next up, we're going to do the title track to Diary of a Madman, which is probably the ultimate Randy Rhoads song. I love this song. The guitar playing in this is absolutely unreal. The way it sort of starts off with the classical acoustic thing that Randy was doing, because that's where he was trying to go before he passed away, was into the classical world. And I love the structure of this song, the way that it shifts time signatures and things in the verses, and then in that bridge, and then that really awesome sort of haunting but very memorable riff going on. It's a great song, and it's absolutely in my top 3 of Ozzy songs. Absolutely. Diary of a Madman, great song and great album. This is the song that probably hits the hardest now, knowing that Oz is gone. Is once again from the Osmosis record, and it's "See You on the Other Side." The melody has always been very emotional to me. Yeah, I was da 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 da. Just that melody and the choice of notes and the chords is. It really pulls on the heartstrings. But now listening to the lyrics in this, knowing that he's passed away, it really just it gets the eyes to well up. You know what I mean? It's one of those. Yeah, see you on the other side. And obviously that's now what he is doing, unfortunately. And then the number one spot. Of course, these could all be number one, and I could have done 20 songs, but I wanted to do something to pay tribute to Oz today, you know. Going back to this record again, No More Tears, the title track. The greatest guitar solo, probably in metal. Zakk Wylde playing on this. And just the riffs in that song, and the way that Oz could really make you feel like he was the insane one, and and just how he would really get into character for these songs was absolutely unreal. And the way he sings this from the perspective that he sings it in, it's just absolutely what a classic song. Great stuff. Honorable mentions to songs like Shot in the Dark, Thank God for the Bomb, Bark at the Moon, all those great songs from other albums in the 80s. I put this together today as a tribute to Ozzy, to pay mention, to pay attention to the lives and legacy of one of my favorite musicians ever. And what are your favorite Ozzy Osbourne or Black Sabbath songs? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this. I'm so sorry for his family and what they must be going through at this time. I don't imagine that it's easy. Obviously, especially your dad being Ozzy Osbourne and him having been so sick and unwell for the last number of years, and him passing away. It's heart-wrenching. It really is. My thoughts and prayers go out to Sharon, his oldest daughter Amy, Kelly, Jack, everyone, and of course, his grandkids too, obviously. It's a sad day. I'm heartbroken, guys. I really am. So, thanks for watching. R.I.P. Ozzy. You were one hell of a man. Thank you for the years of music. Thank you for the years of smiles and entertainment and the feel-good vibes. And even on your deathbed, you were still trying to bring people together and make people enjoy life just a little bit more. He was one of those guys that always made you feel empowered. You listen to his music, it's like, this is badass, man. And that's going to go on for the rest of time, because legends never die. The human may go, legends never die. The spirit carries on. So, thank you guys for watching today. Love y'all. We'll see you next time.